This is a HeadGum podcast.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to A Funny Feeling Podcast. I'm Betsy Sidaro.
And I'm Marcy Jarrow. This is a podcast where comedians tell us their paranormal experiences, and we listen to yours as well.
Oh, yeah. And if you have one of these paranormal experiences that you want to share with us, please email it to us at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com.
Now get cozy.
And prepare yourself to be scared silly.
This is a Funny Feeling podcast. Happening. Yeah.
It's happening.
Yeah. Hi, Betsy.
Marcy. Yeah.
Welcome back to the land of the pickets.
Oh, I'm enjoying the land of the pickets.
Oh,
I've yet
boy.
to go. I've been all week trying to get settled back in. I gotta go. Maybe next week.
You were only here for one business day last week.
Yes, that's true.
So yeah, it makes sense. You
Yeah.
gotta, and you're waiting for your union too. You gotta get in there with
Yeah.
SAG. If you're a SAG person, guys, listening
You
to
gotta
this,
vote yes. You gotta vote yes.
I think you only have a couple days when this comes out. This is gonna come out.
Oh, right.
This is going to come out on the 30th. So you have the rest of this week to vote yes on an authorization. Just an authorization. It'll just, if you guys don't know what we're talking about the WGA strike against the big studios, and the SAG, the Screen Actors Guild, has a vote to authorize, which just gives them the option to say, if we don't get what we want, we will strike. And
We will strike.
SAG is a much bigger union by I guess 15-fold or something. I don't know math.
Something nuts.
I think it's 170,000 members of SAG.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's, I think for WGA, it's less than 3,000. But we had a high turnout.
Yeah, I hope we get a...
So it's just to help negotiate and take, say, hey, big companies, you don't get to keep all of the money.
Big companies.
Bum, 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 bum. Spend.
Give us some of your
resist.
billions of dollars, man. So much money.
Just want to actually be able to do this and not have 5 other jobs.
Yes.
We'll keep this job, though. We keep this job.
Oh, yeah, I like this.
This job barely, it doesn't make enough money to be a job. So
it's not a job.
Yeah. We every now and then get $30. So.
yeah. Which I'll take.
I need it.
I'm loving it.
Hey, ba-da-ba-ba-ba. That's my McDonald's money. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. You know how much McDonald's you could get for $30?
God, at least 2-3 meals these days. Honestly, maybe not. At least 2 meals.
Yeah. At least 2.
I had a friend go to Subway the other day. This is we're just talking nickel and dime right now. A friend went to Subway literally yesterday, and she got a foot-long sandwich, and she said it cost $15. And I was like, I thought they were $5.
Yeah, isn't it $5 footlongs?
Inflation's nuts.
This is crazy. Dude, Taco Bell now has burritos that are like $10.
What?
And they're
Did
big.
They have gold flakes in them? What is going on?
Yeah.
Wait, are they putting real meat in them or something?
No, God, no. Nobody would want real meat.
No.
But they're bigger and but it is wait a second.
No.
That's not the point.
It used to be if you went to Taco Bell and you spent $15, you're like, this is embarrassing. I came home with 2 sacks.
Yeah, it was humiliating, but also rules.
Shame.
Humiliating, but I've done it a bunch.
Oh, God, who would do this?
Yeah, weird.
You just hear a bunch of crinkling as Betsy's rolling around on her Taco Bell bags and wrappers.
Oh, weird freak. What a freak.
Anyway, anything spooky happened while you were in North Carolina?
I left you a voice message about something kind of spooky.
Oh, and I said...
Should I say names?
I think you can. I think it's fine.
I think it's fine.
I think it's cool. I think it's fine, too. Unless...
Okay.
I think it's absolutely fine. I don't think anything is weird about it at all.
I don't either.
Yeah.
Because it was just kind of a cool, like, oh, I think you're into this. So I went to, so in Asheville, there's the biggest house in the United States called the Biltmore Estate.
Hell yeah.
And it's a fucking castle, Marcy. And so I was shooting a movie starring Miss Kathy Bates.
Hell yeah. And Diane Keaton.
And
Alfred
Woodard. It's star-studded. And so I went with Kathy and
your old pal from Disjointed.
My old pal from Disjointed, and the director and producers, and we went on a tour in the Biltmore. And before we went, we had lunch in the old stables or something.
You ate
was
a bunch
beautiful.
of cow shit.
Dude, I did get the barbecue sampler, and I ordered, and everybody's like, "Whoa!" And I was like, "I gotta try it. I gotta get a bunch of barbecue in me before I walk around a fancy house."
Yeah, I gotta have as much heavy meat as possible.
Yes. And while we were eating, Kathy was like, I came here when I was 12 years old. Wow. And she was like, when I was 12, I knew I had seen a room in this house that was purple and gold. And I knew it was on the second floor. And I was like, okay. And she's like, and then we took the tour, and she's like, we made it to the second floor, and I knew exactly where the room was. And I was like, whoa, what do you think that means? And I was like, do you think it, like, you've been here in a past life? Like, do you think you're like Edith Biltmore or whatever? And she's like, I don't know if I'm her, but I think I have visited in a past life.
Whoa. And
I was like, Catherine! Like, I was losing my mind. I was like, that is so cool. So then we went on the tour, and when we got to the second floor, Kathy bolted. Like, we were looking at everything, and people were like, where's Kathy? Where's Kathy? And then we get to this purple and gold room, and Kathy's in there, and she's like, this is it. She's like, this is the room that I knew of when I was 12 years old. And so then I kept being like, dude, I think it was a past life. Like, and she was like, I know. And we were like asking the dude all these questions about like, but when did the lady whose room it is die? Like, we need to know. Like, we just kept going. It was just a cool, like.
And he was like,
yeah.
I only know the high points. I know what the book, the training booklet says. And I don't.
Yeah. And I asked him, I was like, are there ghosts here? He's like, we don't usually talk about that. I was like, yeah, there are. There's a bunch of ghosts. He's like, well, we don't like to share that stuff. And I was like, why not?
Did you push him down the stairs then?
Yeah, and I made a new ghost.
Boom, 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 boom.
So that was a little fun and spooky.
That's very fun and spooky. Kathy seems like someone who's lived like dozens and dozens of lives.
She really does. She really, and is still gonna. I feel like she still has so much more. Does that make sense? Like,
she's got more to give.
Get that vibe where it's like she still has more stuff. I don't know how to describe it.
She'll be one of those people who's like working at 110.
Yeah, dude.
She seems like she's so cool.
She rules so hard, and like, God, she's just so funny and yeah, she's just the best. She's the best.
I can't wait to see the movie. It's
gonna be fun.
It wrapped last week, so hopefully it'll get edited so fast.
So fucking fast.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, man. So that was kind of spooky. Anything spooky on your side?
Nothing spooky other than learning that Zach Bagans and Holly Madison are a couple now, but had been a couple before.
Yeah, had been like on and off.
I
had no clue.
Something about the girl next door, one of Hugh Hefner's ex-girlfriends, very famously, what is it, Bunnies Next Door or Girls Next Door?
I think Girls Next Door. I don't know.
Another reality show. But that Zach and Holly are a couple. I was like, this is perfect. I love I love celebrity gossip and I love ghost stuff. And I also think that she's a really fascinating person to hear her story of being in the Playboy Mansion and just how she got into it is really cool. Not cool, but like she's had like a very interesting and tough life. So just to be like, wow, what a couple.
And Ghost Adventures did an episode at her house. So I wonder if that's where they like really clicked.
Or I wonder.
Or was it already? Were they already clicking?
He's like, I'm haunting her every night.
Yeah.
But that's all. That and just a man. I got on my. I'm always catching people on my security cameras. Just a man came and. I won't say pick some roses because you can't pick a rose. He had a spade in his hand and just sort of chopped a bunch of roses off my bush.
What?
And I was like, I mean, don't hate, don't love, don't love, don't hate.
Don't love, dude.
I want to be like, I want to find
gall.
It was like someone who seemed like, an unhoused person in the neighborhood. I was like, I think maybe I've seen him around. But I was like, I should just give him my clippers and be like, have at it, dude. You'd be doing me a favor. Just don't don't torture the plant that way.
Right. Do they smell?
I don't know. I don't go near
those
things.
You haven't smelled your roses?
I never stopped to smell them. I'm too busy.
Come on, that's what life is all about.
I'm too busy to coming in to watch reality TV, Betsy.
LA is smelling so good right now.
It's Star Jasmine is what it is.
That stuff's good. There are a couple of good roses on the walk I go on that are like, it feels like cartoon style roses where it's like, whoa, dude.
Your nose goes out and your feet come off the ground and you just kind of
float. And I just float
like there's a pie in the window.
Yeah.
Well, we could talk about smells all day. And we could talk, honestly, I could talk about people trespassing every episode, it seems.
Yeah, it feels like it.
But we're not going to do that. We're going to listen to some listener stories today. We're going to take a break for our mouths and eyes. And we're just going to listen to what y'all have to say.
Ooh, I'm excited.
And we're going to do some longans. So,
yeah.
Hopefully,
buckle up.
Hopefully none of these people are terrible rambling storytellers. So, God bless.
Because we don't ramble ever.
Never. We're not almost 12 minutes in. Shut up.
Shut up.
Shut the fuck up.
You
told a story.
I'm excited.
Okay. All right. I'm going to pull one up right damn now.
Yeah.
Hi, Marcy and Betsy. This is Krista. I am super obsessed with both of you. Here is my story. So years ago, I was working in this rich people spa in this super expensive beach town. The place called itself a spa. It had spa stuff, but the guests would stay for weeks, sometimes a month. So it's just these super rich people just hanging out. And there were all these houses on the grounds where they stayed, and I worked in one of them. It was by far the nicest house I'd ever been in because it was like a literal mansion. Multiple stories, pool, tennis court, all that shit. But there were always rumors among the guests who stayed there about one particular room. So I would notice that sometimes guests would request to be moved in the middle of the night, or would just like bunk with somebody. One guest said that when she looked in the mirror, she could see what she called a scary mist floating in the air in the reflection. And this other guest, one morning, I usually worked the afternoon shifts, but this time I was working a morning shift. And he was really rattled at breakfast. He was this big, tough, like manly guy. And so it took a while to kind of be like, what's wrong, dude? Cause he was just so shaken. And he told us that he had a dream that Damien from the Antichrist had come to his bed in the middle of the night. Like he knew it was just a character, blah, blah, blah. But he said it was just like the realest dream that he had ever had. And I swear this guy was shaken up. And it kind of stuck out to me. Like he wasn't the sort of dude that he was kind of a dick, you know, and I didn't like him, but he was not a guy who seemed like he would try to get attention for a story like this. It's where he's scared, where he's talking about ghosts, like that didn't seem to be his bag. And so it kind of stuck out to me. So one day I was in this huge house by myself waiting for a delivery. The house was completely empty. Everybody was gone. Lights are off and it is quiet, quiet, quiet. I was in the office getting things ready for the overnight shift, waiting, and then I hear the delivery man ring the doorbell. So to get to the front door, I have to kind of walk across the whole house, up some stairs, and on the way, I have to pass the room people were talking about. So I pass the room, and then when I do, I hear a voice whisper my name like, Krista. And I froze in shock, like mouth hanging open, just my mind could not compute that something that I could not see, that was not physically here, had whispered my name. Like it was this thought, I knew it as clear as day, this thing just happened, but my brain couldn't compute. So I was just like frozen, overload, just like standing in the hallway, staring in this dark room until I hear boom, 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 and like jump out of my skin. And it's the delivery man. The delivery man is banging on the door. He thinks I don't hear the doorbell he was ringing, so he's pounding. So, and just to clarify, he didn't know my name. I was super new at this place, so not even all the employees who work there regularly knew me. He had no idea who I was. Package was not addressed to me. And it could not have, because it's across the house, it could not have been him somehow whispering my name. So I finish up my shift. I debate telling the overnight workers about what happened, but decide that's going to do more harm than good and just drive out of there in two wheels. So and then I'm just so freaked out. I have to pull over. I listen to the waves of it's this expensive ocean town. So I'm just pulling over, listening to the waves and just trying to calm down, but having this thought, like something that was not there whispered my name. So I have a shift the next day. So I get there. So I get there, I sit in the office, waiting in the morning shift person is finishing up, going on about something. And I'm just like frozen, petrified, like sitting in this chair. And what happens is I feel something lift my consciousness almost. It was like my consciousness got lifted out of my body, spun in a circle, and sunk back down into my body as I'm just sitting there, paralyzed in fear. So I managed to kind of keep my cool, to not let anyone know that this crazy thing is happening. Aside, that might have been anxiety. I think of it as supernatural, but it just might have been anxiety because I was so freaked out about yesterday. But I'd never experienced anything like that before. I managed to play it off. Nobody senses anything. And, for the rest of my shift, whenever I'm by myself, I just try to hear the word, no, 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 really loud in my head. Like I just am, if you can imagine yelling, but just your internal voice, just internally, just yelling, no, 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 to block out anything that might try to bug me. Yeah, so super scary. So, and interestingly enough, I was fired shortly thereafter. I want to blame the ghost, but I also suspect it was because I was really bad at that job. It is okay. I hated it. It cost so much money to drive into that pricey ass town, and I got a better paying job right after. And the best part is I no longer work in that sort of industry. And I know I don't do that kind of work anymore. So, and I'm much happier for it. So that was kind of the beginning. I'd never heard or felt a ghost before, but that was kind of the beginning. I have a few more since, but I will send those separately because I am tired of hearing myself talk, and I want another opportunity to tell you how cute and talented you both are. All right, thanks guys. Bye.
Krista, oh, thank you. We so cute.
Honestly, that was great. It wasn't rambling at all. It was fun. It was this is a good lesson. If you go long, you better be so good. God, that was a great one.
You better be good. Whoa. I want to know everything about this rich people's spa.
I know. I want to hear, I wonder if, Krista, had to sign something she can't tell where it is. You were like, is this spa a rehab? But
yeah, because there was a moment where it felt like
people stay there for a month.
They call it a spa, but then people stay for a long time. It's like, is that rehab?
I think that's just what rich people can do, though.
I guess so. I guess, yeah, they could just go to a spa resort for a long time and hang out. Wow.
Ugh. Having a dream, like the guy who had the dream of the Omen kid.
Dude, nasty. And for it to just feel so real.
And the whispering of her name.
Because, okay, you watch a bunch of ghost stuff, and water is a big conduit. Yeah. Do we think, a spa? I'm thinking of, there are fountains everywhere. I'm thinking almost of hot springs. But do we think that's a generator of the other side or something?
Yes. And I'm going to pitch something else to you as a combo.
Okay.
Now, we were talking about this earlier. Very, very uber wealthy people. Not good.
I
know. I'm sorry. All the people who have hundreds of millions of dollars who are listening to us are really offended right now. I apologize. I'm not talking.
And if you're so offended, send us some money.
Yeah, if you're so offended, send me $10,000 and I will retract what I say.
Me too.
Honestly, $10,000. If you are listening and you don't send me $10,000, it's honestly just so cheap and rude of you. Because
that's nothing for you.
That is nothing. But
come on.
But so already some evil there, right?
Yeah.
Especially, look, do I believe that you can make a a contract with the devil? Maybe. I don't know. I think there's some nasty people. I think there is some nasty dark stuff going on there.
Yeah. Yes. Because even if it's not devil wise, it's just even the being okay with treating people like shit wise.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Being able to be yeah, I don't care if all these people in my company get nothing.
Or even just let's make it very small. Let's say you just treat the people who work there like shit.
Oh yeah. Then that energy's gonna fucking explode.
Or just being someone wanting to fuck with Krista. It's very funny that she got fired then. And lucky.
Yeah, it feels very lucky. I'm just kind of I would, because we talk about this a lot. What a bummer to have to go anywhere that you're scared of and you have to spend a lot of time there. Anytime where people are as a kid, I hated going into my house. It's wait, that sucks, dude.
I will say it does add a drop to the column of tell people. If there's a haunting, tell people, because one, you got fired anyway, but two, like maybe someone has another experience and can help you understand it, or like how they manage it, you know.
Yeah.
Or they'll be like, you're fucking crazy, get out of here.
Get out of here. I'm going to burn this $100,000 in front of you.
It's not even mine. I found it under a bed. It fell out of someone's
I'm just
pocket.
lucky like that, dude. Wow. Krista, I'm glad you found a way better job.
Me too.
Yeah.
Fuck that place.
Fuck that place. You know what? I'm never going.
I probably won't go either. I'm not going to say never, but probably won't.
Marcy.
What if I get invited? All right. Should I play another one?
Yes.
You know I'm gonna.
This is fun.
This is fun.
So I'm gonna try to keep this geographical. So I really don't know if that's the word. Anyways, I'm actually also a first generation Guatemalan American, and so I go to Guatemala almost every single year to visit my family. I fucking love that country, and it is spoopy as hell. Super spoopy. Love it, love it, love it. All of the legends, everything. I swear to you, my family has a story for almost everything. It's pretty cool. Sorry to hype you up about that one, because we're gonna stay in LA for this. But that's to keep you listening. Anyways, this other story is actually another one with my friend this time. She lives down the road from me. We were luckily able to live closer to each other this year, which is awesome, because after the pandemic, it was very hard to be far away from my friends for very long. After moving in, we both started realizing that the road we live on is somewhat historic, and we realized that that comes along with some ghostly territory that both of us are very familiar with. Keep in mind that she's actually somebody who practices witchcraft and Santeria, so she's 100% close to the other side, and she's actually one of the people who's helped me along my own journey, and she's such a really beautiful person, a wonderful light of my life, and I am blessed to have her. Just have to say that. Anyways, we were probably, I would say I was a week or two in, and she was about a month into living into her new places. It was maybe like 3 or 4 in the morning, and I was in my bedroom sleeping. It was super quiet. The complex that I live in is very quiet. It does have kids, it does have a dog somewhere, but everyone's really, really chill. The only thing I hear is the insanely loud thrashing of the garbage truck that comes. But at this exact moment, there was nothing going on. My boyfriend was sleeping peacefully next to me, and my cat I expected to be in the living room because I didn't see him in the room with me. And I'm not sure why I was awake, but it felt like I had just fallen back asleep, basically, when I heard the loudest crashing of pots and pans ever. It sounded like it was coming right from the next room in my kitchen. It was so freaking loud. I jumped up out of bed and I ran to the kitchen, because being the first week that we were here, we had a lot of pots and pans and plates still in, their bags or boxes, just kind of like put near cabinets or into cabinets just to keep things organized. So in my head, I'm thinking, oh, my cat got into something, it fell over, I have to go clean up this mess now at 4 or 5, whatever time it was in the morning. And after I ran into this room, I see absolutely nothing out of place. Everything is exactly how I left it. Even if it wasn't a little bit of a mess, it was 100% still. I don't usually get chills when things happen like that, but this one gave me chills, and I did not like how this felt. I honestly, the first thing I did was see what my cat was doing, because he usually reacts the strongest to things like this paranormally, but when I turned around, he he was 100% asleep, as if he heard nothing. And I honestly stayed awake for a second in the living room to try to see if I would hear somebody else in another apartment picking it up, or other noise or something, but I heard nothing. Flat out, no noise anywhere. So I walked to my bedroom and I see my boyfriend sitting up, and he's like, "What was that?" And I was like, "I don't know." And we honestly kind of just ignored it and then went back to sleep. Because like I said in the last one, I've had a lot of experiences with this kind of stuff before. So if it doesn't scare me, I don't immediately take action. It did give me chills, but it was just because for me, it was just unrecognized behavior. I went back to sleep. Probably about 7 a.m., 8 a.m. I feel my phone vibrate, but I don't answer the phone in the morning because I am not a morning person. You do not want to hear me talk to you in the morning on the phone. And, you know, I'm like, whatever, later on, I'll see what's up. Around like 9:30, I wake up and I see that I have a missed call from my friend who lives down the road. Not even like 5 minutes down the road. She left me a voicemail. And I'm like, oh, what is Cass doing awake at like 7 o'clock in the morning? Like, she has a baby, but like he sleeps in. And I was confused. So I listened to this voicemail. And in it, she tells me, "Sabrina, this is so weird. I don't know what's happening, and I don't know why it happened, but I already blessed my apartment, and I just want to tell you. At about 3 or 4 in the morning, I heard a really loud crashing sound in my kitchen. It sounded like every pot and pan and plate fell to the ground and crashed and broke. And I got really scared that maybe somebody was in my apartment or something happened with my baby. So I ran up to the kitchen and I saw absolutely nothing. Nothing was out of place. Everything was in the exact same position that I left it. And it was just really weird, Sabrina, so I just wanted to tell you." And the weirdest part was that my baby didn't wake up at all. After that, I had the biggest goosebumps on my arm, and honestly, I do right now because I've never had a joint story with somebody who was in a different apartment than me. And I wish I had looked at the time that it happened to me, because I swear to you, it was probably at the same exact time. I called her like in that exact moment after I heard her voicemail, and I told her, and we both blessed our houses and saged and everything. And it was just really crazy. I tried making this short. I couldn't. I don't think I'm gonna add another story to this one, but that was definitely a crazy one. Anyways, I'll keep sending them in.
Wow.
I had thoughts during it that evolved as I kept listening.
Yes, because I was like, oh, it's that exploding head syndrome.
Me too. But
especially because like they were like, it felt like I had fallen right back to sleep. And then the boyfriend hearing it.
Yes, and then the friend down the street hearing it. Why?
Like, what is that?
I mean, because it's so hard to believe that it, like, well, one, it's hard to understand how a haunting in your place could be heard by a friend unless they are psychically connected, which could be
which
right?
It sounds like maybe they are,
right?
It sounds like they're both pretty in tune,
right? Wow.
I wonder I'm so curious what street it is.
I know.
It's an old street with a lot of shit.
I'm always going to guess Beechwood because I feel like Beechwood is a place where everyone has to live there at one point during LA, during your stay in LA.
Have to.
And I had such a haunted Beechwood apartment, so.
And a lot of shit has gone down on Beechwood, baby.
Yeah,
I guess every road though.
Yeah, it's the Hollywood sign though.
It's the Hollywood sign, and there's a lot of stars that lived on Beechwood.
And a lot of failures too. And let me tell you, no one haunts like a loser.
Marcy!
Oh my God, what if I get so haunted now because I called all ghosts losers?
Dude, you're done for. Retract it. Say, never mind. All ghosts are so.
Never mind. You're not a loser.
So not loser. So
it's
cool.
like, move on.
You quit bullying the ghost, dude. That's our TV show. Is you just bully a bunch of ghosts,
but not
and
like
I go, Marcy, stop.
But not like the kind of like, come out and get me. I'll be like, you should be embarrassed.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, what? Life wasn't fulfilling enough for you?
Oh wow, you can't like move this ball.
Oh.
Wow, you're not a good. You're a bad ghost.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You have to scare a bunch of kids. Boom.
Oh, cool.
Child abuse. Pedo.
Marcy just keeps calling ghosts a bunch of pedos, dude.
I don't think they actually are, but grow up.
Marcy, you got to keep us updated if you get crazy haunted.
You know, I
bullied
couldn't keep it to myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Wow.
That's nutso futso.
Truly nutso futso.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wonder if there were other people
who had the same
on that. Yeah.
That you just wouldn't know about.
And you wouldn't know about because you wouldn't be like, I better go tell my neighbors I heard. Like,
it,
you know.
And it happened recently. So if it were like an earthquake thing, you go right to earthquake TikTok. You go to earthquake Twitter. Go to earthquake Twitter and see if everyone's like, was that an earthquake?
I have definitely done that. Earthquake.
Earthquake.
Did it right now, and then it helps.
Was that an earthquake? Wow. I have if anyone has theories on it, and also we'll have to find this listener's story to hear the other ones, what we clearly didn't hear.
Yes. Okay. Yes. It sounds, I want to hear all about Guatemala.
I know. Clearly they've sent some in. We'll see if I can find them. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe I can, maybe I can't.
Isn't that fun about this podcast? Who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah.
That's what makes me love it.
What's fun is I'm, like I said, not the most on top of it producer, but I'm the only one doing it. So
yeah, I think you're doing great, Marcy.
I'm getting us by. How about that? I'm getting by.
Hey, that's what life is all about.
I'm bringing in the $30 a month.
Dude.
All right, I think we have like a twofer coming up that are both a little bit long, but I think we can get them in. Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, bringing them up right now.
Hell yeah.
Hello, Marcy and Betsy. I can't believe I'm finally doing this because I've probably tried to record anything or write something to you guys 500 million times, but I'm the queen of procrastination, and at this point I pride myself in it, but you know, a lot of areas of my life doesn't really shine the way I want it to. Anyways, I have a few stories for you guys that I've been wanting to share, and I wanted to start off. So, first off, of course, my name is Sabrina. I am in my 20s. I'm just turned 25 actually 2 days ago, and I live in LA, and I'm originally from New York. I experience a lot of paranormal things. I wouldn't say on a daily basis unless I want to, but I don't even know how to categorize myself at this point. I definitely feel like I'm a part of my journey where I'm very confused. A lot of things interest me, a lot of things confuse me, but nothing really scares me, which I, have just always liked. And I've actually always wanted things to happen to me when I was younger. Like, I invited it into my life. And they did happen to me when I was younger as well. Not in the most pleasant ways, but that's also for future stories. This one that I wanted to start off with was actually about my cat, whose name is Pablo. He wasn't originally mine, and I had an ex-roommate who just kind of abandoned him after she moved out. So, of course, I took him as mine. And over time, we've created just this really nice bond. At this point, it doesn't even feel like he's my pet anymore, but more like he's just my companion, that he lives with me peacefully and respectfully. And I don't know, I just feel like we live in a really nice balance, because he doesn't bother me that much. Like, he's a cat, so he's fucking annoying, but like generally he's just such a cool cat. People who don't like cats always end up liking Pablo. Like, he's just so cool. He's kind of more like a dog, to be completely honest. But besides the fact, this was probably 3 or 4 years ago. No, I would say 5 years ago, when it first started happening. And I wasn't with my current long-term boyfriend, who loves my cat, by the way, and we lived together. At this time, I was living in a house in South Central in LA, of course, with like 6 other people. It was a 3-bedroom. We converted like every room into like a double, and we kind of just, made the rent really cheap. So at the time, I was hanging out with this like gentleman fellow. My roommate wasn't there that night, so I just kind of had him sleep over. It was actually during a party that my other roommates were throwing, and I didn't really like being a part of that, since some of them were really into like harder drugs and shit, and I just really wasn't into that. So naturally, I just hung out in my room with my gentleman friend, and we did whatever and chilled, and I let my cat into the living room because we lived with a lot of other animals and he loved being with them. Mind you, this was after the fact that everyone left, so I thought it would be safe. And then cut to us sleeping, and I have a dream that I'm in this random wooden house. Feels like the middle of like upstate New York, and I remember this so vividly. My entire family was there, like my 2 siblings and my parents, and we didn't live near there, so it just felt weird. Like, we live on Long Island, so I'm not sure why I was having this weird dream in the woods. And 2 seconds into my dream, I noticed that my cat was stuck outside, and he was like screaming for me. So I basically bodied my mom because of course my cat needed me, and I went outside and I picked up my cat and I like petted him and I brought him inside. Only moments after that dream ended, I woke up like in a startled state, like one of those like jolt wake ups, as if like you fell in your dream, but that's not what happened. And I immediately thought to myself, where's Pablo? And I I got up, I went to the living room where I usually like let him chill for the night, and I didn't see him anywhere, but the only thing I saw was the other cat staring at the window. Like, he had these eyes, like he was always fucking scared, like just always surprised. You would look at him and you'd be like, oh my God, did you fucking see a ghost? Probably. But he was staring at the window like just something died or something, and I was like, oh my God, something happened. Like, I'm freaking out at this point. And so I go over to the window and I see that the screen fell out, and I was like, shit, like where the fuck is my cat? So I like walk outside, and he's literally standing on the patio, just like he was in my dream, just sitting there waiting for me. And I was like, what the fuck? That's so weird. Like, this literally feels like deja vu, because I picked him up and I told him it was okay, and I brought him inside. And at this point, I know that he's not the kind of cat that just dashes. Like, if I leave the door open, he doesn't walk away. Like, he goes outside to look, but second I'm like, hey, shoo, he just, runs back inside. So that's pretty cool. But at the moment, I didn't know that he wasn't gonna like run away, so I was freaking out. But that dream was so weird, because that wasn't even the only time it happened. It continued to happen throughout like the next 2 months while I continued to live with those roommates, because they just kept leaving windows open, and they kept just like doing drunken things and just being really kind of irresponsible, leaving the door wide open. So I would like find him almost coming outside when I would come home from work. And I knew he wasn't going to run away, but you never know what could happen. And I was just kind of shocked, because after they moved out, it stopped happening. Like, the dreams just totally stopped. And I'm not sure if my cat was entering my dreams, or if it was a angel helping us out a little bit with some dreams, but something was looking after me and my cat and making sure that I knew where he was and where to get him and that he was okay. But yeah, those dreams, like after that, I felt ridiculously connected to Pablo. And every time at this point, it feels really weird because I feel like when I just look at him, I know what he's thinking. Like if he's screaming at me, obviously I don't know what he says, but I feel like I know what he's thinking. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll go clean your litter box. Like it just feels like such a weird connection that we have. And I know a lot of the time I've like somewhat kind of like, I don't know, seen into other people's memories and minds, and it sounds so vague, but like I have other stories to tell you guys, of course, but I just kind of felt like it was this weird telekinesis thing that I had with my cat. Oh my god, I sound crazy, but I don't know if anyone else ever feels this, but I totally feel like I understand my cat. And yeah, anyways, enough of me being absolutely insane. This is one of the many stories I'm going to send you guys. I might send in a few more with this email just to get them out of the way because I have some pretty crazy stuff that's happened to me. But this was the first one I wanted to ease you guys into because I don't want you guys to think I'm insane. Anyways, I literally love you guys. People have said this before, but Betsy, I love you on Disjointed. I love you on Duncanville. Like, Marcy, I straight up always look for your name on Brooklyn Nine-Nine when I would watch it. Like, it's my favorite fucking show to rewatch constantly. And the fact that I know that you wrote so many episodes is just so sick. Anyways, not kissing ass. I love you guys. Bye.
Yeah. Thank you.
Wow.
Why would we think you're crazy? We host a podcast about paranormal stuff, right?
Yeah. That would be wild if we're like, actually, you're too crazy. We can't.
You're too cuckoo. I will say what's funny is I'm such a bad producer that I accidentally did put all of Sabrina's stories together. So
yeah.
I feel like this is sort of the Sabrina show. You said it. I think that this might have just been anxiety, like an anxiety kind of connection to, but a connection with the cat based on anxiety.
Yes. It just feels like, because it felt like it was a pretty wild living situation.
Yes.
Especially having an animal, because it seemed like
that would stress me out.
They didn't give a shit.
That would stress me out so bad. I can't even go out of town and have a professional cat sitter and not worry that they're gonna my cats don't run away, but they do run towards the door. Buster does. So
I say, even if there were no animals and I knew these people were just leaving windows and doors open, I would be having nightmares constantly.
Yes. Yeah.
Like it would just be in the back of my mind of like, oh my god, what's going on? But I do think there is something to that of like this connection with Pablo.
Do you think the cat was tattling?
Yeah.
Cat was.
You think your cats are tattletales?
No. They're very much like they come from the streets and they're like, mind your business, don't start no shit, won't be no shit. No one's more secretive and sneaky than Honey. Honey's the sneakiest cat. Buster has no short-term or long-term memory. He has no. He knows where his toys are and he knows where food is.
Hey, that's pretty good. And
then Mama's one of those. She's not stitches. Snitches get stitches. Like, you can very much tell that about her.
Yeah. Big time snitches get stitches.
Yeah, they're not betraying anybody.
Yeah.
What about Wilma?
Wow.
Is Wilma tattly?
No way. She's one who's like she would be like, I'll take the blame.
Yeah.
Anything to help you out, you know?
Now, she was at a party this weekend, your party, and the way she like would want to come outside to see people and then go stand at the door and be like, I'm right, I'm done.
Yes. Yeah. Let me back in. She was pooped. She was like all the next day. Like, truly, it took her like 2 days to get back to normal. She was exhausted
from all the sniffing and smelling she was doing.
So much sniffing and smelling. This is, I think, the first party in a while where she has not eaten a whole pizza. Because she will snag like 3/4 of a pizza and will just lock her jaw and like be chewing it and will be trying to open it and it can't, and it's just like, well, you just ate
a whole
bunch
pizza.
of pepperoni pizza, dude.
Ate a bunch of pizza, dude. Okay, in the spirit of letting Sabrina have her whole podcast, I'm gonna play her other one because she kept teasing us that there was other stories.
We gotta hear it.
Gotta hear it. So I'm gonna pull up.
It's like Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Yes.
Here we go, an episode.
Okay, this next one, I'm definitely making a 2-parter. I swear to you, if I can even make it a 3-parter, I'll do it. But we're going, and we're going fast. So this one is still in Los Angeles. It was probably the same amount of time back, like 4 or 5 years ago. And I decided to dog sit for my sister's friend. My sister's friend lives in Venice Beach. To me, that's a really creepy area. I've actually never enjoyed Venice Beach. It has always given me bad vibes, and it was the first thing I noticed when I got there, when I visited California for the first time, was that every single fucking crow lives in Venice. You may see a few other places, but they are all there, and it's really weird. And you know what crows are? Crows symbolize death, and death is creepy. Sorry, I just heard a weird noise as I'm telling scary stories. Let's move on. So I go to this beautiful apartment in Venice Beach, rooftop, insane views. I feel blessed that I'm even allowed to stay there the night to watch her dog. And I asked my sister if she could come with me, so I'm not the only person in this huge apartment by myself with one dog. She couldn't come, so I decided to go by myself, of course, and fulfill my duties as a wonderful dog sitter. And I went to this apartment by myself. The first thing I wanted to do was go to sleep because I was so tired from working. I worked at a restaurant. I got off probably at like midnight or 1 a.m. And this dog still needed to be walked. And I didn't want to walk her because it was so late at night. So I just brought her out to the little patio in the front. And she did a little business. Nothing felt weird about the house, but it didn't feel comfortable. So after she did her little biz, I brought her back upstairs and we just settled into the room that I was going to sleep in that night. I didn't do them before, and I do them now. If I ever sleep anywhere that is in my own apartment, I bless it and I make sure it's safe for me to be there, because after this experience, something made me realize that I always need to make myself feel safe. To make myself more comfortable, I angled her TV to her bed so I could lay down and chill, watch some TV, pass out, nothing unusual. And Tilly, the dog, was just sleeping on her bed next to me. I wasn't doing anything. After a few seconds, she just starts doing this low growl. This really, really creepy low growl. I just kind of shush her. I'm like, Tilly, no worries. Maybe it's just a squirrel that she hears. And I'm like, Tilly, no worries. Like, shh. And I give her a little pet and whatever. And she goes back to sleep, I think. And then I lay my head down again. And then she starts barking. And I was like, what the fuck? My first instinct is to turn on my phone light and to flash it at the room. Because I'm like, what the fuck is she barking at? Like, this is loud barking. And she does not do that. She's a very chill dog. She doesn't bark at people when they come in the house. She doesn't bark at other dogs. She's very well trained and super social, so nothing usually freaks her out. But she was barking. So I look at what she's looking at, and she's just staring at a corner of the room. I think it's so creepy. And so I get up and I turn on all the lights and I just look around and I say, whatever's in here needs to get the hell out, because I do not want you here. The whole rest of the night, she was low growling, kind of barking, and it was so fucking creepy that honestly ended the last night I will ever sleep near the city of Venice, because I promise you it was a million ghosts in that room. And I know for a fact that her owner does not bring as many unwelcome guests as I do. And I did not think there was going to be that many or at least that powerful of them, while I was there. So it was just, oh my God, it was a terrible experience, honestly. And I really hope I never have to visit that apartment again, because, bad vibes all around. My second story is a short one, but an introduction to the next location of my stories, which is Guatemala in Central America, which is also known for their leyendas, or their legends, and their very scary stories, which I have always basked in, goddamn, since I was a kid, because I just love me some scary stories. So, fun fact, out of my 2 siblings, I'm the youngest, and for some reason, every single time my mom would go to an ultrasound, I would flip over, and so they could never figure out what my gender was, and they actually didn't know until I was born. And my parents liked knowing, so this was kind of killing them that they couldn't figure it out. But my grandmother at the time was still alive, so my dad's mom, and she actually passed away a few months before I was born. So she passed away April of 97, and I was born September of 97. So I never actually got to meet her, and she never got to meet me. But a month before she passed away, when my parents went to go visit her, my mom was, of course, very pregnant and like a few months away from giving birth to me. And my grandma told her, she is going to be a girl, of course. Your baby's going to be a girl. She's going to be much darker skinned than both the other children. And she's going to have jet black hair. She's going to have a lot of it. And Mom was like, how do you know this? Like, what are you talking about? Like, we don't know what kind of, like, gender it is. Like, we can't. She's like, no, I'm telling you. That's what it is. And when I was born, a few months after my grandmother passed away, I was born with long jet black hair. It was literally all over my body. My mom called me a monkey because I had, like, hair all over my back. I was the darkest skin of both of my siblings. My siblings were born white as hell with the blondest of bleach blonde hair, and I was born with jet black hair, super dark, like darker skin than they were. And it was just complete opposite that my mom had ever experienced with kids. And she was so shocked because it was exactly what my grandma told her months before I was born and a month before she passed away. Ever since then, it 100% feels like she is one of my angels that follows me. I've had a lot of experiences with her as well. And it's honestly really crazy that she basically told my mom exactly what I was going to be and what I was going to look like. And they didn't even know what gender I was because I wasn't even letting them look. So that's a really crazy story with my family. And to ease you in with the rest of the stories that I'm going to tell you about Guatemala. But yeah, those are jam-packing too. I promised you. And here I keep going. Don't shit your pants, y'all.
Whoa.
Okay. I think that was like, I think it's really cool that your grandmother like just did know you. Like was just gonna know you even if she wasn't there. She knew you. That's really cool.
Yes. That's awesome. And I bet, she's like chilling with you.
Yeah.
Forever now.
Also, I think it's really cute when babies are born all furry.
Yeah.
And you're like, look, you have a mustache. Why you got sideburns? Little baby with sideburns.
You got little sideburns and a little cigar in your mouth.
Also, I've never thought of Venice as a scary area.
Me neither. And it's so, I keep thinking back of like, what have I thought of Venice when I've gone? I'm always like, yeah, it's a silly place.
I guess I've never really thought about it though. I'm like,
me neither.
My experiences in Venice have been like trying to ride a tandem bike, much harder than you think.
It's crazy hard.
You gotta really have a weight distribution, I think.
Yes. Yeah, I never thought of it as like, but like, after a night like that, I'd be like, I don't need to be in Venice.
Yeah.
I love Vegas.
Yeah, but that dog, oh God. Yeah, I would hate that. That's happened to me. And I wonder if, not to undercut both of us, but like when the dog's people are gone, does it just make them more nervous too?
Oh, right. Where it is just kind of like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Where's everybody?
Because I have that story about the time I was dog sitting and the dog like just growled at the door.
I mean, but that feels so, I don't know. It feels like there's more to both, like.
Yeah. I mean,
I fully yeah, go ahead.
No, me too. I feel like there's more.
Yeah. Yeah. But I do wonder if, and even that, like, even them being more aware that their people are gone might open up to be more aware of what the fuck's happening.
And in addition, that the people being gone, letting whatever might be there feel as if it has more reign over the place.
Right.
Because it's like, oh, this is my place. What are you doing here?
Yes. Yeah.
Interesting.
Ooh, spooky.
Interesting way to think of it.
Yeah.
Serena, thank you for sending those in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do one more little short one.
Great. I'm pumped.
Just for the hell of it.
I love it.
For the smell of it.
Just for the smell of it. Dude, if it's about a stinky ghost.
I could pick one about a stinky ghost. If you want. Do you want me to do a stinky ghost?
There's a stinky ghost one?
Well, there's one that has the word stinky in it, I think. Wait, yeah.
What?
Okay, well, since you said it, I'm gonna do it, okay?
Wait, is it crazy long? I don't want to.
No. It's
okay.
Okay.
Let's do stinky just for the smell of it.
Okay. For the hell of it.
Oh my god, guys. I was just listening to your episode Cavalier Ghost, and this chick was talking about how some ghost would run like crisscross applesauce around her bed when she was sleeping at night, no matter where they moved the bed. And that shit happened to me when I lived in Staten Island in like Rosebank, and I was living with like my ex from like 10 years ago. And I like completely suppressed it because it would fuck me up. And so we were on the 3rd floor of this house, and I'd sleep on the right side of the bed, he'd sleep on the left side, and that doesn't matter. Every time I shut the lights off, he would fall asleep first, and I would just hear like creaks. And like I know where all the creaks are coming from in the house, because like a house makes normal creaks where it creaks. It usually creaks in the same places, but at night, I swear to God, I would hear like these little pitter-patter footsteps like a child, but not a toddler. I'm talking like maybe 9 or 10, like just running back and forth around the foot of the bed and up by the pillows. And they would like run down, back up again, but like on my side. I don't think they would run on his side, but like across the bottom of the bed and then back up, like from the foot of the bed to the top of the bed. And one time, like, and then it would just stop, and it's like it would be standing by my head, and I would feel like its belly was just inches from my face. And one time, I remember it was just going off. For maybe like 30 minutes. Maybe in my head it was like 2 minutes, but I was so scared it felt like longer. And I was just like, do you hear that? I just said it out loud. And my ex was like, yeah, I hear it every night. And the validation, I didn't want it. And when I had it, as soon as I felt as if the thing came running back up to my side of the bed and was standing in front of me, in like a panicky rage, I just shot my hand out in like a claw grasp, like as if I was gonna grab whatever intestines and rip them out. So just shot my hand out and just like clamped my fingers down into a fist. And I don't know what I was expecting, but it stopped. It never happened again. So I don't know what it was, a ghost fly that I caught and killed that was making all that noise, or a kid that got afraid, like a ghost kid that thought I punched it in the stomach. I don't know, but it fucked me up, and it went on for months, and after that it never happened again. So maybe punch your ghosts and they'll leave you alone. That's maybe one thing, if you tell them to go away and that doesn't work. I skipped the telling part. Anyway, love you ladies. Don't shit your pants.
Okay, so it wasn't about something that's stinky, but the title was smelly, so that's why I pulled this one up.
Yeah.
But dang. Oh my God.
Dude.
Honestly.
The validation of I've been hearing it every night.
Yes, we screamed when you said that. We screamed when you said that. Oh my gosh. Now talk about packing a punch. God. Oh.
Dude, I wasn't even near my microphone. Wow.
I think the instinct to like shoot your hand out and the ghost be like, oh shit, she means business.
No, she got me, dude.
Oh, my wiener.
Dude, I love that. I'm going to punch for sure.
You got to kick, punch, bite, slap, grab, all of
anything. Shove, get it out of there.
Oh.
Wow. What the fuck is that about? That is so nasty. Pitter pattering. The idea of like the belly being close to your face.
That really, really, really upset me.
Yeah, that's a big upset. Barf. That's a big upset. Big old barf.
Wow.
Whoa.
That was a great one. That was a really good one.
Really great. Really great.
Did she live in Long Island or Staten Island? Which island?
Staten Island.
No wonder why she said it was stinky. Just
yeah.
It's a garbage. There's a big garbage dump there. That's why. Yeah. These were great, guys. Thank you for sending them in.
Yes.
Shorters get played sooner. So I'll just say that.
Yeah.
Shorters get played sooner. And keep them coming. We love them.
Oh, we love them so much. Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for listening to A Funny Feeling.
If you have a paranormal experience that you would like to share, please send us a voice memo, or you can email us just a letter at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com. I'm Marcy.
I'm Betsy. And don't shit your pants.
That was a HeadGum podcast.